All right, Aries, it's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your transition from 2020 to 2021. Just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you're watching your rising sign horoscope, remember your rising sign is going to give you context as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope is showing up. And your moon sign horoscope, well, that's going to be giving you the other story that is also playing out throughout this week. And if you ever want to get a session with me, just go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So, this week, the main theme that you are dealing with is the devil reversed. And this is going to be reverberating throughout a great deal of your life circumstances, right? All spaces. It's the background energy. Now, with the devil card reversed, this is a beautiful week for dislodging and clearing and removing a lot of obstacles from our path. And you may even be finding that a lot of things that are obstacles that we didn't know were obstacles are also going to be departing and leaving our space. Now, these could be obligations. Yes, they could in some cases be social connections, or maybe even habits or behavioral patterns, things like that. But with the devil card reversed, the focus is going to be on clearing your slate and making sure that everything is able to run a lot more smoothly without any kind of unnecessary binds, entrapments, covenants, attachments, all of those kinds of things. The devil card reverse is purging your life of a lot of things that maybe have gotten stuck on you, clung to you, won't let go, or maybe even some things that you have had a hard time letting go yourself. But the interest of clearing and purging is, of course, serving in the highest interest of all concerned. As we get on to your personal responsibility, however, when it comes to what you need to take ownership of if you're going to have the best week possible, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. And what's coming through here is a need to change how preoccupied you might be with how certain choices, certain actions, or maybe even certain commitments make you look. I'm actually seeing image consciousness and self-consciousness being sort of the demon we must confront within ourselves or within a lot of our commitments and goings on. Because the Queen of Wands reverse can be a very image conscious card. It can actually be more concerned with how it looks, and not always necessarily in like an egotistical way. Some, good people often care and worry about whether or not they're doing something wrong or something that might do harm or something that might look bad as well. But where might those kinds of feelings and insecurities also be holding us back? Where might we be getting controlled by things like guilt tripping ourselves to stay in unhealthy situations, or maybe being so image conscious and so self-critical we don't know when something is actually a good thing or something is actually a winning ticket. We might be judging things a little bit too harshly, and with the Queen of Wands reversed, that shallow, superficial, it is pressure to perform or to, again, be so self-conscious about how something looks or how something comes off needs to absolutely be nipped in the bud this week so that you can have the best week possible. As we get on to your material shifts, what's going on with your work, your finances, your job, your personal resources, you've got the Five of Wands reversed. And on the surface, this week is going to feel like there's a lot of inactivity and a lot of quietude that does not feel like it is the most hustling, bustling, abundant opportunity possible. Now, the week might, just kind of give up at the sight of it right there. However, the reason I say it that way is because there's something else going on here. The Five of Wands reversed is very much giving off the same vibe of that Devil card reversed. Yes, it's quiet. Yes, it's empty, but there's also a lot getting out of your way and being taken off your plate. In fact, it is actually in this quietude or in this emptiness that there actually is an opportunity for advancement or acceleration into a different position when it comes to either your work or maybe a financial priority that you have that requires you to become a bit more involved, a bit more assertive, but will also be getting an affirmative if you take those necessary steps. Walking into a space when when no one else is there and having that important conversation, calling in and checking on that application or that interview, taking the downtime, which other people might not be using to its highest effectiveness, to actually secure something you would have otherwise had to compete for against others later. This week is creating a clear opening for you, especially when it comes to something that will actually pay out in the short term and the long term and get it locked down. As we get on to your interpersonal shifts, when it comes to your relationships with your closest one-on-one connections, the main characters in your life. So yes, this does include romance and platonic connections. You've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. And it does look like this might be a week where something has to kind of get redirected, or maybe a course of action has to be backtracked a little bit, or maybe just reoriented in order to have its best chance. Now, this might be a reorientation of the pacing of a relationship, or maybe a goal we have set for ourselves. Possibly on the platonic side of things, this could be something we are trying to arrange with a friend, a family member, maybe a business partnership. But with the Eight of Wands reversed, something has gotten off on the wrong start. Now, with the Eight of Wands reversed, however, the most important thing we can do is, of course, reassess, slow it down, so it doesn't just double down, triple down, quadruple down into something that we cannot actually fix or we cannot actually polish. When it comes to new relationship opportunities, the Eight of Wands reversed is saying, this could actually be a very good week, but keep in mind, again, how things are if they come off on the wrong foot or if they get off at the wrong pace. Is it something that needs to be slowed down to become something more mindful, heart-centered, and fulfilling, as opposed to something maybe a bit too intense or maybe driven by, let's just say, not really true love or opportunity urges? Or is this something that needs to be sped up a little bit because it might be going in a bit of a shaky space? We have an opportunity to find that balance, but the Eight of Wands reverse says we have to try something completely new with this person or with these individuals, as opposed to just going with what we know. This is taking us into new territory. As we get on to your personal shifts, what's happening with you this week, you've got the Hermit upright. And with the Hermit upright, very much, again, it's that sense of clearing of the slate. It's pulling back. But also with the Hermit, you're getting a chance to actually live life on your own terms and getting to see and really pay close attention, right? Take stock. What is the foundation of your life? Or what is the foundation you built your life on, your spiritual path on, your professional path, your romantic aspirations, all of those things? Because you co-created that. Maybe there are some things that you adopted from other people. Maybe you copied or emulated some things because it inspired or excited you. But at the end of the day, your choice to do that is still your own. With the Hermit, we get a chance to, again, change everything so that it works on our terms in a way that is more natural to us. A lot of you may also be finding that this week is giving you a chance to get back in touch with the part of yourself or a part of yourself that may have gotten shelved at some point in time over the course of the last few years, maybe due to other areas of your life becoming more demanding or commanding more precedent or the illusion of precedent. This is a week where we get back in our own shoes, get back in our own space, and get back on our own path. So that is what I've got for you, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, all you need to do is go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.